You know, in a way, this is a lovely little story. You're represented by the Queen of Swords. Okay, you're very clear, decisive. You may have expressed something or put yourself on the other end. Maybe someone has expressed something to you. I'll tell you this though, someone is more present with this or maybe open to this than they present. Doesn't have to be the case, but from what I see here, that's what I would gather, because there is movement forward, but it's almost with a sense of strategic protection or guardedness even. You know, you're very comfortable in your choice. I feel like you've made some kind of significant decision, and like it kind of seems like your intentions are about as pure as they get with whatever this is. But the outside influence, I don't know if you have a history or if something specific is happening, but there's like definitely a guarded sort of stone wall almost. However, you know, this may have taken some sort of trust in what would happen, or like you move towards something sort of with high hopes or an optimism, or you know, it's sort of a whimsy kind of energy. Ahead of you, I will say this, like especially within a relationship of some kind, it probably does resolve to a peaceful or happy conclusion, because I mean the outcome is the Two of Cups with the Hierophant. So this would be some sort of established connection or commitment. It can be in any context, you know, but there's sort of this debate happening and maybe a level of pessimism or sort of looking at what is wrong here. With the death clarifying that, I feel like that comes to an end. I feel like someone came in hot, someone came in fast, and then someone else was like, whoa, hold your horses there. But I don't know. Guarding this aside, this could progress well enough. There is sort of a sense of wondering with what will happen here. You know, because everything seems well intended. Because even with the Seven of Swords here, it doesn't feel malicious. It just feels sort of strategic, or because there's a great sense of awareness on one end, or being conscious on about something maybe. A fucking Ace of Cups. I want to pull some advice. Before I do that, I want to take a moment to promote my Patreon. That is where all the extended versions of these readings go, as well as other exclusive content. It's a great way to support me as an independent artist and creative. It also grants you access to monthly art prints. I am having a sale on all personal readings right now. I'm having to move like suddenly. So definitely hit me up for a personal reading. Check out the Patreon, which, you know, I'm pretty excited about the move, to be honest. But it's just funny how it all kind of came about, you know. Anyway, let's get into the advice. Interesting. Who the fuck is so anxious? Clarify the... Okay. I feel like there's a change that has to happen, or that it's encouraging. It's interesting because there is like a sense of clarity, healing, and the Ten of Cups here. So it's like, it's interesting. It does sort of present like a happily ever after kind of scenario. But it's different in how it's approached or managed in some kind of way. Like, there's a need to observe something. There's also maybe some kind of pain that isn't revealed here, or there's some kind of subtlety. Judgment, the Emperor, and the... Okay. I don't know if this is like disappointing to someone. Like, say that things proceed forward in a way, and that means you have to detach from something else, or if you're like connected to something else. Because it's like, ultimately you have to make the right choice for you in some kind of way. And I don't know, there's almost like, because there's almost sort of a sense of watching or paying attention or something. Like, this is maybe someone you're not, like, maybe you're not even aware of that fact somehow. Or someone else isn't. But there is, like, movement in a situation or progress in a situation, but it's almost as if it's different from how it presents up front. Or there's like a whole other layer under this that you're not aware of somehow. I mean, justice is in the outcome. Clarify the Hierophant. I also feel like there's some kind of occasion to rise to here. There's almost like conflict or hostility around relationships or connections in some kind of way. Or, but it's like, it's almost like it's outside of you. Or there's conversation around this. There's also, there's like maybe a significant choice to make that there's a level of uncertainty with. You're almost, it's almost a sense of observing how something balances out. There's a need, there's very much a need for awareness. I feel like you're going to trust your gut with something, but it's almost hard for me to tell how this concludes. I mean, there is a lot of positive cards in the outcome, but there's like maybe something to defend in this, or this choice isn't well received somehow, maybe. I'm going to take this to the extended reading on my Patreon. If you want to join us over there, awesome. If not, I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great night.